Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So we're going to be covering a brand new token launch for a platform that has already been live in the AI agent space, something that potentially could be a runner-up to Virtual's protocol within the base ecosystem when it comes to these AI agent infra platforms, these AI agent launch pads. So as always, before we get into the thick of the video and cover the project in review today, if you guys could subscribe to the channel and like the video so you stay up to date with all the content here that we put out daily to keep you in the loop, and the support means a lot. So obviously we can take a look at Virtual's protocol. We know that Virtual's on base has been the sector leader in the AI agent narrative. Now obviously we're seeing the overall market kind of in a consolidation, if not a dipping, state of the market right now. But I do think that AI agents as a narrative is still here to stay, and when we zoom out to potentially where we think AI agents could be going by the end of the cycle, I do think that we are still early in the sense of where we're going to potentially go for AI agents by the end of this bull cycle. So when we look at Virtuals, now we can see that this thing, you can always remember when Virtuals was $30 million in market cap, even less than that. Now we saw quickly how fast it ramped up from a couple months ago all the way up to $5 billion. Now, again, it is that sector leader, especially when it comes to AI agents, AI agent infra, Launchpad platforms. But on base, more specifically, we have talked about some other AI agent Launchpad, platforms on Solana, because there is still a ruling on who's going to be the leader on Solana. But on base, it has been no question, it has been Virtual's protocol. But one that I think is potentially one you should have your eyes out on. Now, I'm not saying that Creator.bid, which is a project we're going to be talking about today, is going to flip Virtual's protocol by any means. I'm just saying you should have your eyes on it, maybe for a runner-up, maybe a that second spot for a leader in the base ecosystem, because they did launch yesterday on the base and BNB chain. Now we'll come back to the token here in a little bit and kind of give a quick recap here as well. But if you're not familiar with what Creator.bid is, well, they have had their platform live for quite some time now. So it's not like they just launched their TGE and their platform at once. People have already been on their ecosystem creating these agents. If you have been trading on something like a Virtuals or any other of these kind of platforms, then you'll be familiar with how the platform works. Obviously, you can launch your agents. It works very much similar to something like a Virtual's protocol as well, where you can get in here, launch your agent, you can trade agents as well. But when we look at it, when we look at some of their highlighted agents, we already see some of their agents are already at 20 million, 10 million. Their agent algo, I want to say agent algo was one of their first or maybe homemade agents as well. Don't hold me to that. As always, if you guys are wanting to learn a little bit more about the project, more of their individual agents, please, I encourage you to do your own research into this project, because obviously everything we say here is not financial advice, just giving you guys my opinion and awareness on these projects. But when you actually click into any of these agents, again, like most of these platforms, it will give you a little bit of a biography or a description of what Agent Algo does, his mission, treasury, TVM, members, everything like that, and obviously where they're trading at. But this is just one of their agents, again, here that I have my eyes on as well. If you're playing the Creator.bid ecosystem, if you don't want to, that's a beauty about something like a Virtuals, like a Creator.bid. If you don't want to play the, the ecosystem, the actual infra token, something like BID, which is at 144 million FDV, you can actually go into their individual agents as well. If you think that the ecosystem is going to do well, you can do more research into their agents, into something like Amen at 1.5 million, Shogun 2.5 million, and so on. You get the gist there. Now, what's interesting here is that as far as all the agent keys that are launched on Creator.bid, as far as agent keys go, they already have well over 4,000 at this point. Now, obviously, not every one of their agents is going to be a hit. We see a lot of these are, not even at 100K market cap here. Something like Bill Nye, at 3.4 million. Interesting there if if you remember him. But either way, you can go in there and same thing like the trending ones. You can see all the different agents that have been created as well, or you can use other tools, something like maybe cookie.fun as well, to track some of these ecosystems also. But again, that's the gist of Creator.bid. Now, they do have a little bit more going on as well, but as always, you guys can do more of a deep dive. I don't want to make a direct comparison between this and Virtuals protocol, but just realize that their platform has been live. People actually are using it. There has been agents already created on it as well. Now, what's interesting here, when we saw them get launched, they actually did have a IDO, or like a public sale essentially, on Binance Wallet. They say that the TGE with Binance Wallet, it was fully bought out or subscribed in under 3 minutes. Now, the token is currently listed on Binance Alpha, so you can trade it on Binance Dex. Now, this is not stating that Binance is for sure going to list Creator.bid. That's not exactly what this is. It's not that guarantee, but I do think it's worth mentioning that they did, launch with Binance Wallet as well, and it is on Binance Alpha, so potentially a Binance listing in the future. Obviously, that's not guaranteed, but it is something worth mentioning for sure. And again, we see their Twitter here, their X platform. They do have 180K followers as well, and they do point out their agent algo right there, also something that you should definitely be taking a look at if you're playing the Creator.bid ecosystem as well. So again, we see they did go live literally today at the time of recording this video. So they're on Mexi, as I believe their first exchange listing as well. But again, this project has been around for, I want to say, about a year now, just building right now currently. So if you have had the chance to play around on Creator.bid, if you made agents, bought or sold, or did any trading on Creator.bid, let me know in the comments below. We already see that AIXBT, obviously one of the major KOL agents in the space, has brought up and talked about bid a few times already. Obviously, this was New Year's, the beginning of the month, before they had their TGE, but AIXBT, just as one of the tweets here, says Base versus Solana AI infra battle is heating up, as we are seeing Solana and Base kind of be those, for sure, definitely the two confirmed ecosystems that the AI agent sector is really going to be trading on, and have a lot of mind share and liquidity on those two ecosystems. So that's why we're paying attention to Base and Solana when it comes to AI agents, because those are the two ecosystems that have solidified their place in this, as they say, battle of the AI agents, either infra or projects as well. That's also the thesis there. So they do say, obviously it's already launched, but bid launching this month after moving 26,000 ETH volume across 1,500 agents, whereas Graphane just hit 430 million with 78 daily volume. Again, that's another project in the space as well. But either way, you can see here, obviously, that they have been live for a while. They've made different partnerships. They got integrated with CookieDAO. So again, mentioning earlier, if you guys wanted another tool to kind of look a little bit more into the Creator.bid ecosystem and track their agents that way also. They don't have all of them listed, I don't think, but you can use something like CookieDAO as well. So a lot of partnerships, a lot going on with agent bid. Now, if we look at the bid token where it stands, it is at 140. It's literally going up by the time recording this video. It's at 147. Let's just call it 150 FTV right now. Now, what's interesting here, when you look at something like Dex Tools, Dex Screener, when there's different market caps across either Binance or BNB and Base, you'll see one has the majority of the market cap and the other one has a little bit smaller. The response here is different amount of token supply on both chains, so focus on the price. Just wanted to put that out there in case that comment or question does get up. That's the official response here by Creator.bid, so just mentioning that. So we'll just be looking at the FDV, so at 150 million FDV. Obviously, when you compare it to something like a Virtuals, that even right now, coming down from a $5 million market cap on the circulating side, even at 1.7 million or 2.5 billion on the FDV, obviously there's a severe undervaluedness when we compare it to something like Virtuals, which is also obviously in the same ecosystem, same chain base. Now, being on BNB is also an added bonus in my opinion. Now, whereas I don't think BNB is going to be as hot of an ecosystem or chain this cycle, especially for AI agents specifically, it is interesting that they are on BNB and base as well. But we can see that it launched here, right around like the 10-cent region levels, went all the way up to 26 cents, and now it is kind of just trading right now at about that 10 to 15 cent range currently. Now, it is a new launch, so as always, you guys already know Proto here, just let this thing go out for a couple days. Like I said, we are not in an immediate hot market conditions. In my opinion, we're still seeing stuff like Virtuals down 25% over the 7-day, not quite fully recovering, from the liquidity event, black hole event that we had over the weekend with the Trump coin. Again, that is just something that happened. So I do think that AI agents as a narrative is still going to be one of the top narratives this cycle. It is definitely making a full comeback in my opinion. It's not going anywhere, but just let this thing play out for a little bit since it did just launch. Now, I do think for more of an infra play, I think Creator.bid is one that I would definitely have my eyes out for, especially if you're looking for something on the base ecosystem, if you think that's going to be a bullish ecosystem for AI agents, which I do think so, but you think you maybe missed the boat with something like virtuals, again, at a 2.6 billion FDV, then Creator.bid is a great second option in my opinion. Essentially a runner-up. Like I said, I personally do not see Creator.bid surpassing virtuals at this point, but you never know. Only time will tell here. Now, if we look at the vesting according to CryptoRank as well, now they did put out a tweet on their Twitter here, having a little bit more information about their vesting and how it's all broken up. If I can find it here for you guys. If not, you guys can literally just find it on their Twitter if you want to learn more about their vesting schedule. Yeah, their tokenomics, it is right here. You can break it down, but according to CryptoRank, at least, if we go off of here, the vesting, it's at a $23 million circulating market cap. Now, I believe with the different unlocks and the allocations, which do line up to the document right here as well, which goes into their ecosystem, their allocation, their unlocks, their vesting. I want to say between now and the end of 2025, I think it's about a 2x in dilution, barely a 2x in dilution. So as far as vesting, according to CryptoRank, and again, looking at that document they put on their Twitter, vesting and dilution is not a major concern in my opinion between now and the end of 2025. But, this is not something that I'd be holding for long term, whereas we always say I wouldn't hold anything past this bull cycle because we are going to go into that bear market more than likely. But again, also nobody knows for sure. I don't have a crystal ball here, but at a 23 million circulating market cap, even at 150 FDV here, I do think something like Creator.bid is undervalued when we look at the leader in the space, Virtuals Protocol also being on base. Now again, I think Virtuals has solidified itself as that top leader, but you never know, especially if base continues to be a hot ecosystem. We continue to see, AI agents as a narrative really start to blow up and gain traction again, not only as a narrative, but on base as well, which I personally think we will. I think that Creator.bid should be on your watch list, but as always, guys, that is my opinion. And if you think, for whatever reason, if you think this is, too high for you, 150 FDV, if you want something a little bit more degen, then you could definitely play the agents within the ecosystem. But as always, look into them individually. Let me know in the comments below if you guys do play the Creator.bid ecosystem, if there's any of these agents that you personally prefer over any other ones, or ones that I should look into, or if you guys would want individual videos, maybe a video containing like 3 or 5 of them in one, giving you guys my opinion on the different agents for some of these protocols as well, like Creator.bid, Virtuals, other ones also. But either way, that is Creator.bid. A new TGE that you should definitely have your eyes on. Even if you don't play the infra token, the main platform token, definitely take a look at some of their agents. But as always, that's the project. If you guys want an optional way of supporting the channel, getting into the private community, there is the Patreon linked below. Or if you guys got value out of today's video, if you guys could like the video, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share the video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.